Welcome to it, everybody. Like we do every day at 4:30 in the afternoon, we stream the weather. And Ross, whether it's rain, shine, or an off day, will always join in. I'm First Coast News Chief Meteorologist. There is AMS CBM certified meteorologist Ross Mumma. Outside, is this your home? Are we doxing you right now?
You are, yeah. This is our home. We'll do a little 360 spin here for you.
Great.
Nice little pond back there.
Oh,
We got a
wow.
little fountain action going, and of course, most importantly, Enzo, I got the trusted
Enzo.
pal with me today.
How about
So
it?
we got three on the stream today.
This is outstanding. We need a $3. I got to put that. I got to add Enzo to the 4:30 stream weather graphic I made. This is like MTV Cribs Ross Muma edition. We're seeing it all today, and a
Right.
great day to take off. We were talking about today being the day to get out and get after it, and I know you have. So tell me about what your Friday's been like. I've been here. I came in a little bit later, but I was a homebody. I didn't get out in it. So what's it been like for you, man?
Oh, dude, it's been great. Enzo and I got out early this morning. We go up to this little trail up by the Seton Creek Preserve, or like Pecan Park. Um, but we did a nice little 3 mile run this morning. We finished it with a mile walk at the end. Enzo loves it. He just runs back and forth constantly. So, although I got like 4 miles in, he probably got like a total of six with the zigzagging back and forth that he does. But it wasn't that bad. Like, typically, I hate running when it's super cold out. But I mean, we ran at like 9 a.m. this morning, and I feel like it had heated up enough that it wasn't terrible. My head was actually like pretty soaked up and sweated, which I feel like is typically a good sign because when it's super cold, that doesn't occur. Uh, but no, we've been trying to get outside, go for some walks and stuff a little bit. I've even got some shorts on today, so
Look at this.
it's shorts weather. Sorry about
This
the
is
pasty white legs though.
No, well, we all are suffering from it, just considering the winter we've had. I mean, not much opportunity for catching a tan, and certainly won't be this weekend. But yeah, today we got up into those some saw upper 60s. So back to seasonable, Ross. 66 degrees.
Yeah.
We're looking downtown Jacksonville right now at 64. So truly, today was the day to kind of do whatever you needed to do outdoors before the weekend.
Yeah, one, I've been watching the radar because, like, on radar, and I'm sure you have it in here then, but there have been like a few showers trying to pop up, but at least everything I've seen around here doesn't seem to be falling. Dew points are in like the mid 30s right now,
Yeah.
so even we got temperatures in the 60s, dew points in the 30s. So in that first maybe 5,000 feet, the rain is falling, but I'm pretty sure it's all evaporating before it even hits the surface.
And you can see that here on this radar loop we've got. So Ross kind of up situated more north side Duval, and some of that rain trying to linger in there, but you can see on the radar returns how it just kind of fizzles out, and then a bigger return showing up towards Waycross, south through Folkston, moving over towards Glenn County. But notice how it kind of diminishes and gets a little bit smaller as it makes its way to 95 there in southeast Georgia. So a good chance that a lot of the rain is evaporating. Might be getting a few sprinkles out there. And then another line from Valdosta to Waycross. So just like we were talking about, this is more sprinkles than anything, maybe a little bit of drizzle in our area. For the most part, though, the day has been absolutely outstanding. I wanted to zoom ahead to radar as Ross kind of alluded to it, but I am going to go back to our next 12 hours too. So Ross, I mean, going through the night, we've got plenty of cloud cover kind of blanketing us in. Tonight's not the cold night, so I don't want folks panicking. We have been talking about winter weather advisory for Glenn County and extreme cold warnings for all of us. Tonight's really not that main night because we're only dipping to the low 40s, so pretty comfortable or at least decent tonight.
Yeah, I mean, pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year, right? So don't have to be concerned about covering up the plants or anything like that we've done most of this week. I think the chance of frost is even pretty much at a minimal, maybe for some of our inland areas. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, kind of a carefree evening. If only that was the case the next couple of nights.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit nicer for the rest of us, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case.
I think tonight's the night, as mentioned, a carefree night. We don't have the frost issues. We don't have the freeze issues, obviously. It's kind of, take action now so that way Saturday afternoon you're not running around and doing it, and the temperatures really do start to drop really fast, especially after we get, high temperatures on Saturday, probably hitting at 11 o'clock in the morning and then drop really quick after that. So, getting those last-minute preparations with your pipes and sensitive plants, things like that, Saturday, you might want to do it tonight. Might be the thing to do. All right, parting shots, Ross. I know I'm going to let you finish your walk, and I don't want to use up too much of your time, so we have to check off an actual work day for you. I want you to still have this qualified as a paid time off day for my accounting.
Hey,
so what are we thinking?
Any time I get to spend with you is worth it, Lewis.
I agree. I still have that taste of Vegemite in my mouth too.
Oh.
Wish we were taste testing again, my friend. We'll have to do another taste test of some sort.
How do you know I haven't already had a snack of Vegemite today already? How do you know?
I don't. I feel like you might be hooked. I feel like you're basically an Australian already now.
I actually got on my stock, my trading site today, and bought up as many shares of Vegemite that I possibly could.
Okay.
So
we're now
I'm fully in, making Rachel proud, hopefully.
We do sports on this podcast. Now we're doing stocks. This is all purpose for your lifestyle.
All financial advice. Hey, you used to do some financial stories, didn't you?
Yeah, once upon a time I did. God, comic.
We got to get you back on that. I need you to help me save some money.
Yeah, I wish I had learned from myself, from my stories, because the wallet is light, brother man. Ross, we appreciate your time. We can see behind you the overcast skies. Enjoy the rest of the walk with Enzo. Yeah. One more parting shot with Enzo, maybe, please.
Yeah. Here, Enzo. There we go.
Oh, my guy. What a pretty puppy. That is a good-looking dog, man. That's a good boy.
Well, we
could do this stream all day. In fact, we got some cool stuff coming up the rest of the stream as we say goodbye. I've got a student meteorologist from Frederica Academy up on St. Simon's Island because we're talking about the potential for snow in Glenn County and parts of southeast Georgia. So she's going to give us her thoughts. We had Ross here for the top of the broadcast. Ross, we'll say goodbye to you. Thank you. I'm going to take my earpiece out. So we've said au revoir to my friend, and we'll get kind of back down into the nitty-gritty with currents and forecasting because outside right now, as we mentioned, now is the time to do your thing. With low mid 60s around for many of us. You did notice the beach, big temperature difference there. So some degrees cooler just because of the influence of the ocean water there. Bigger picture, we've kind of already looked at radar and that chance of showers, but I'll show you again and almost can make out a little bit of that trough trying to dig in on our SATRAD picture here. But really, we got to watch what's developing in our Gulf, which isn't fully defined yet, but an area of low pressure. The quote unquote, which we've written about. We've answered questions about what we call the bomb cyclone. I know big, scary terms we use in meteorology sometimes. We'll get into that. Just all that is an area of low pressure that's going to strengthen very quickly, bring some gusty winds to us, siphon in very, very cold air, and the potential for wraparound moisture could bring a flurry to parts of southeast Georgia. Glenn County is in an advisory for that right now, but can't rule it out for parts of Brantley, Ware, Pierce, and even maybe northern Camden County as well. Seeing a flurry or two fly. This would be late day Saturday into Saturday night and maybe the wee hours of Sunday morning. So zooming in for you, where we would see a shower or two right now, 95 corridor up in southeast Georgia, some thickening clouds. We saw it behind Ross, those clouds thickening. Now that's going to be happening for you in Camden County and in Glenn County as well. This would just be rain, not cold enough as we showed you those temperatures, but that cold air is coming. These are those current conditions in the midsection of our nation right now with some bone-chilling air trying to pour in from the Siberian Express, another big term, but it's just that dip in the polar jet ushering in some of that cold, frigid air, frankly, and that mixing with the surface low could wrap around a little bit of moisture within that cool air. But the kind of caveat here is a lot of dry air to fight off the potential for flakes as well. So with that, we are right up against a break. I want you to stay there. We do have that our meteorologist out of Frederica Academy in St. Simons. I want to hear from her in a minute. I want to get her take on the potential for some snow, and then we'll look at some modeling as well. A lot to get to on our stream. Appreciate you being with us. Stay right there. All right, welcome back. So we got the cold air. We've got winter weather alerts. The National Weather Service hard at work. So they issue the alerts, the warnings, the watches, etc. that we get, and we color our map coded to those watches, advisories, and warnings. And we've got about every color of the rainbow here on our map across the southeast. Extreme cold warning, first time that's ever happened for us. It's a warning, it's newish. It's something they started doing in 2024. Kind of took the place of the old wind chill watch and warning. They don't do wind chill watch and warnings anymore. They kind of simplified it, going with the extreme cold warning, meaning dangerous temperatures, dangerous wind chills, potentially in the single digits as we go Saturday night into Sunday. High confidence of that happening. And we hadn't had an analogous watch or warning since 2014. So really, truly coldest air pushing in, so we had in more than a decade. Kind of bigger picture look, though, other colors being filled in. Winter storm warning for the Carolinas. So this low that's going to bring the snow is really going to impact from Atlanta to Columbia, Charleston, up to Charlotte with pretty impressive snowfall totals there. So driving up and down 95. And now we zoom on in to Glenn County with the winter weather advisory, the lone winter weather advisory along our first coast that would be in our area for a possible flurry. So I'm going to give you my forecast, but I had to talk to Gemma Johnston. She is up at Frederica Academy. She heads up their meteorological club there. And listen, no better person to tell the story than somebody who's on the ground doing it and looking at weather every day. So let's hear from Gemma right now.
Hello, my name is Gemma Johnston. I live in Glenn County, and I'm Frederica Academy's Meteorology Club President. I believe that in Glenn County, we're going to get either cold rain or a rain with snow in the mix. I also believe that a few flurries are potential. If we do get any snow, I do not think it's going to stick to the ground because of the temperature difference from the snow and the ground. I believe this all really depends on the temperature whenever the storm comes through. Thank you so much.
Frederica Academy, shout out, Gemma. Thank you for that. All right, so what's most impressive to me, now on the forecast, covering the possibilities, getting you informed, and she did it under deadline pressure. She's going to be a fantastic on-air meteorologist if that's what she chooses to do one day, in whatever capacity, because it's all about meeting deadlines. I truly, and gotten to know her and her parents and Frederica Academy. They had invited me to come speak. Haven't done it yet. Coming, I promise. Schedules are going to work out. But say, hey, listen, I need to hear it from you. Let's see what you can do, and pulled that off. That was great, and did it in like 30 minutes time. So got it together. Appreciate it. And the thoughts of the flake flying. It's up there, and that's why Weather Service is kind of highlighting Glenn County. And I'm talking coastal all the way out to inland Glenn as well. And St. Simons, where Frederica is located, certainly could see a flake fly or two. Gale warnings there along the coast. So more colors being painted onto the map, because gale's going to indicate we could get gusts up to tropical storm force gusts of wind right along the beach. You couple that with the cold temperatures, whether it snows or not, that's just awful. And these extreme cold warnings go all the way down past south of Lake Okeechobee. So all of Florida, crops, the farmers, citrus, all the farming, iguanas. I mean, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. It's all of it. We're talking about Florida. I know farmers having to take kind of extreme measures, and many times what they'll do is over-irrigate, so that way the outside of the plant actually will freeze, protecting the inside and the capillaries that run up and down through stems and trunks, et cetera. So something interesting there, and hopefully not too much damage is done by this latest cold weather outbreak. So coming in, and let's take a look at our weather impact alert. What you need to be prepared for is really Saturday midday. So when we say Saturday PM, I'm talking at the stroke of the PM, from noon all the way through Monday morning till about 11:59 a.m. All right, so once we get to the noon hour Monday, we can kind of relax a bit, but we've got frigid air. The cold really starts surging in Saturday afternoon, with our high temperature being hit Saturday around 11, and then the temps really start dropping with those strong winds. Record cold Sunday morning as you wake up, wind chills in the single digits Sunday as you go about your business, with that isolated snow flurry possible, especially for southeast Georgia. And then find your warm spot, layer up. The need is all the needs and all the precautions we've talked about extensively But protecting plants, all right, covering, we're going to have to do that for several mornings in a row. If you haven't already, for past cold snaps that we've had, let's get that done because this is on the serious level. And, pipes, if you've got pool plumbing, if you've got, exposed outdoor plumbing, we're going to want to take care of that. Taking away the hoses from the spigots outside, the garden hose, take that off. Make sure the hose is adequately drained, and then even perhaps protecting that spigot so we don't get any damage there. And it might be the kind of night, might not be a bad idea to pick a faucet in your home and just run it just a trickle, that pencil thin kind of stream on the warm water side so you've got some flowing water. That would be for Saturday night as you wake up Sunday morning. And then we probably have to do that again Sunday night as you go to bed and wake up Monday as well. Lots of things to think about. So for Saturday, we'll hit a high of 52. That's going to be around 11 o'clock. We've got those cold winds, that Glenn County flurry possible late in the day, low temperature 41. The temperatures, that's for the Saturday morning. Our temperatures will be colder Saturday night. So, technically during the Saturday day period, before we hit midnight, we're going to get below freezing. Saturday afternoon or evening, really around 7, 8 o'clock p.m., many of us will already be at that freeze point. Sunday morning low, 20 degrees. We'll hit a high of 43. It's tough to call that a high temperature even. In fact, that'll tie the record for coldest high temperature ever for this date. Notice those northwest winds, 15 to 25. Could get gusts to 30 early Sunday morning. And of course, we've got the Donna Marathon going on out of the beaches. That's what will lead to the dangerous cold and those wind chills. So your overall weekend outlook, a PM snow flurry is possible Saturday. We'll call that for Georgia. 30% chance of otherwise seeing a shower. So not overly impressed with the rain chances. Could get a passing shower, much like we have going on today. Sunday wind chills, 7 to 15. That'll be in the morning. And then even in the afternoon, even if we get above freezing by 11 o'clock to noon, with the winds, it's going to feel below freezing all day. That matters to you as a human being, making sure you're protected. The plants and the pipes, etc. Once we get an air temperature above 32, doesn't matter what the wind chill is. For that, it requires 32 and below for the miracle molecule of H2O to freeze. So by that point, but you may just want to leave everything protected and the pool pumps running anyway, because we got to prepare for Monday with those weather impact alerts, as we mentioned, all the way through Monday morning. We're going to have frigid temperatures. A look at the record cold. So Sunday, the record is 24. We're going to get to 20 to 21. So we're going to shatter that record. Monday, we got to watch as well for potential records at 23 degrees. That would tie the all-time record. And coldest high temperature, minimum maximum, if you will, the 43 with 1980, we would tie that for the coldest high temperature in an afternoon. Much more to get to. I want to talk about those winter weather impacts specifically with some modeling. I want to help you protect some of the things around your home with those pools. So stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, talking about some potential for minor winter impacts, meaning a flurry. And I know we've covered Glenn County and talked about the potential for seeing that there. The darker shaded blue means higher chances in that 20 to 30% range of getting maybe 1/10 of an inch of snowfall. That would cover from Ware over to Brantley and into Glenn County. But Camden County, Nassau, even parts of coastal Duval, not entirely out of the woods when it comes to getting a flurry. Timing, though, is very, very important with this. The kind of the bullseye, though, as you see where the winter storm warnings are up in the Carolinas, they've got the 90 to almost certain chance of getting snowfall there, which will create serious impacts. But even 5 to 10% chance over towards Tampa and, parts of other areas in Central Florida. Could get it because of the northwest winds blowing that extremely cold air over the Gulf. Northwest winds for us might push a lot of that flake potential back out over the ocean, but you can't rule out a flurry. This would be much later in the evening, though. This would be Saturday night, midnight hour to 1 a.m. Sunday morning. But, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So looking at some modeling with that cold air kind of racing in, you see that quick line of snow moving over Brunswick in that 6 o'clock hour. Then once again, 8 to 9 p.m. Could have that. That's also when, look at that snow, how close it is to the coastline of Florida. But also look at the wind barbs kind of racing out of the northwest. Would fight against it, but it also modeling is precise, but not so precise and granular to where, 40 to 50 miles offshore could, definitely make a difference. So a little bit further to the west with this low setup, and absolutely could get a flurry going for some of our beaches. That low will race away, and then Sunday, Monday, we're left with absolutely frigid conditions. So I kind of wanted to go over pool safety. I got a video in here showing pool pump action, and, make sure it's running. Kind of your big advice. There's the pool pump. Obviously running, if you're so inclined and you've got one that you can kind of program digitally and you can put it on a lower speed, do that and leave it 24/7, because those exposed PVC pipes, the ones above ground, if water's sitting in there, as it freezes, it's going to expand. And the PVC itself will contract, leading to potential cracks. So make sure the water is flowing. The digital box, right there, plenty. If you don't know how to do it, YouTube it. It will put the brand in and make sure it's running maybe at a lower RPM than that 3,000 I had it going at that point. But maybe from Saturday afternoon all the way through Monday afternoon, have that thing running. If you don't want to run it 24/7, okay, but absolutely have it on those wintertime hours, doing it overnight. Now, if your pool pump is maybe a little more dated, because I had that too, you've got this little circular kind of time dial. Set that thing to be running, put those clips on it, and set it to be running overnight, maybe 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. So do that, make sure it's ready and raring to go. Once your pool's safe, because I tell you from experience, when you crack that pipe, you are spending some money. Looking at high-res forecasting, so our in-house model here, zooming ahead to Saturday. Look at those flurries trying to pop from Folkston up and through Western Glen, making their way over to St. Simons. This will be 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.